So I really wanted to unpack this idea of the friend zone because I think in Hollywood it's kind of just shown as this lighthearted plotline for one of the four Chris's to overcome, but in real life it can get really sinister really fast. So I really wanted to explore that. Hi, I'm Laura Stephen, the author of The Exact Opposite of OK. You maybe can tell that I'm British, which, based on Hollywood movies, I think either makes me 300% cooler than I actually am or a villain. The Exact Opposite of OK is about a teenage comedian who finds herself at the heart of a national scandal when nude pictures of her having a one-night stand with a politician's son appear online. It explores stuff like slut-shaming and victim-blaming and the friend zone and nice guy syndrome. Full disclosure, there are also a lot of rude jokes. The book's inspired by a couple of things that happened to me in my 20s, one of which was a guy I was friends with decided he had romantic feelings for me and I did not reciprocate. So I put him in the friend zone. And things went downhill really quickly. He turned very creepy and very aggressive. He would physically block me from leaving buildings if I wouldn't speak to him. He would show up at my office unannounced. He would lose his mind if I so much as spoke to another man. And then it got really strange. Like, for my birthday, he made me a Monopoly board where every square was my face, which doesn't even work as a concept because, like, what kind of fascist regime are you living in where you pay rent on your own face? It doesn't work. And it might sound funny, and it kind of is looking back, but at the time, I found it so unsettling because it felt like what he was saying was, I don't respect your decision not to be with me, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to change your mind. And when you get that vibe from someone, you're like, what if he really means like whatever it takes? Like, you don't know how far that person's gonna go. So the other element of the book is that Izzy has her sex tape leaked. Obviously this happens via the internet, but what this book isn't is a critique of social media, because I think when you focus in on social media, when you're discussing stuff like revenge porn, what it does is it takes the blame away from the person who decided to do that. And it basically gives them an out. It's kind of like pleading diminished responsibility. Human beings have been hurting each other since the dawn of time. And it feels like people are now arguing, well, we should stop advancing technology rather than, well, we should stop hurting people. So I really wanted to make it clear that I wasn't blaming social media in any of this. I don't think at all in the book I say a negative thing about social media. I just show the damage that it can do in the wrong hands. So yeah, and I really like Instagram, so I didn't want to bash it too hard. It's the right time to be writing this book because I really want to inspire teenagers to fight back against all the misogyny they have to face on a daily basis, to learn to unpack that instinct that I think we all have in us a little bit because it's been ingrained so deeply, that when something like that happens, I think our gut instinct is, well, how can the girl have been so stupid to send that picture? Why would she do that? And we focus on her behavior rather than on the behavior of the person who's hurt her. Izzy O'Neill, that's my main character, she uses humor as a defense mechanism, much like I do, much like everyone I know in real life does. But I wanted to explore what would happen when all of that stuff has compounded over so long that it's bound to erupt at some point. That's a lot of Izzy's emotional arc, is learning how to actually feel her feelings and not just laugh everything off. It's her fatal flaw, and it's what makes her hopefully a good character.